It's been a very long road for me. I have struggled with weight pretty much my entire adult life. I gained 150 pounds of excess weight, and I put that on gradually over about 10 years, 12 years. And my daughter's wedding, I have an only child, and her wedding was when I hit my highest point in my weight. And that was really very depressing to be in the spotlight with her in pictures and be so heavy. It was very, very sad. I felt like the sad, fat person in the room. And no one would ever describe me as being a happy person. I was very, very depressed and very sad. And even though it was a very joyous moment for me with her getting married, my only child, it wasn't a happy time for me. I felt very poorly physically. I had a lot of issues with health problems. I had back pain that was almost debilitating, foot pain. Just standing for her pictures was a chore. I felt as if my life was ending, that I would never see her have children, that if I continued down the road I was on, I would end up dying by the time I was 60, 65 years old of comorbidities with the weight issues. So I found out about bariatric surgery from a friend of mine who had a lap band surgery, and I did some research and I came across Dr. Sprunger on the internet and looked into it and decided to make an appointment. And from that point on, my life has been a totally different animal. He changed the way I look at food. I used to live to eat. I loved to eat. And now I eat to live. And it's just made a tremendous amount of difference. I've lost 120 pounds. I feel as if a burden has been lifted off of my soul. I am a happy person now. Someone I met recently said, "You're so joyous." And I have never heard that adjective used for me in my entire life. So it's just been a miraculous life change for me. And I'm so very happy that I did it. My weight had gotten out of hand. I had ballooned up to 291 pounds. And at my daughter's reception, I got to see the pictures afterwards, and I saw a person that I didn't recognize. I looked at myself in a way that I had never ever felt before. It was as if I was looking at someone that I just would never ever have imagined. I had no idea I looked that bad. I had no idea that I was that unhealthy and I was that unhappy. The unhappiness was written all over my face. So that was the catalyst for me to look into bariatric surgery and to make a change. And it was a change that I do not regret for a minute. It was the best thing I've ever done, other than giving birth to my child. Not only would I recommend bariatric surgery to a friend or a relative, but I have. My niece has recently been diagnosed at the tender age of 37 with full-blown diabetes. And they have told her that she needs to lose at least 100 pounds. And I've put her in touch with Dr. Sprunger. And I hope for her sake that she does it. She has 2 small children at home, and she needs to be able to see them grow up and have their own children. My message to someone that would be considering bariatric surgery would be, don't put it off. don't think that you're too young or you're too old. It's something that will change your life in ways that you can't imagine. If you think that you're at your wit's end, you're at the end of your rope, you're going to see an early grave if you don't change your life, it's something that can just totally change everything, and you will get your life back, and it'll be better than it ever was before. Yes, it's very frightening to think of undergoing major surgery, such as gastric bypass. But because of the way it's structured and Dr. Sprunger and his team, he has made it very easy to understand, so you're not afraid. And it was no worse than having my tonsils out. I would recommend it strongly for anyone that's struggling with weight issues. You get your life back. When I met Dr. Sprunger, I thought, this is a very handsome, very fit man, and he's sitting here across the desk from a very obese, very unhappy woman. How can he do this all day? I have the most admiration for this man. He sees inside of you. He doesn't look at your shell. He sees the person that you can be, and he allows that to become a reality. I would have never thought that what I've undergone was possible, and Dr. Sprunger made it a reality for me. I love Dr. Sprunger.